when you're an adult, you're responsible, and you're mature, you have to realize when you were wrong. And I was wrong about something, Jalen Rose. I really thought the changes to the format in the All-Star Game weren't going to change a thing. I really thought that, resetting the score after every quarter didn't make any sense. And then the target score I thought was a cool idea, but I thought it'd be weird because they reset the score after every quarter. And I was like, you know what? Target score, time score, doesn't matter. These guys aren't really going to play that hard. I was very wrong about this. This is our first show since the All-Star Game on Sunday night. And it was a competitive All-Star Game. People were taking charges. We got defense being played. It was amazing. Jalen, I'm going to say that this is the best All-Star Game, the most competitive All-Star Game I've ever seen.
Well, I'm not going that far, but I understand why people feel that way, because these are the level of this level of effort is what I was used to seeing when I started watching basketball.
Yeah.
In the All-Star Game.
Yeah.
Like, imagine.
Say since 2000,
yeah.
the most competitive.
So imagine there was a time in the NBA where you had Jordan and Pippen, you had the Showtime Lakers, and you had the Big Three Celtics. They were all in the league at the same time, plus the Bad Boys Pistons. Okay? So when they competed, it was on another level. But this started to get me back to feeling like my childhood some. I can't front. I was sitting there thinking, like, the new format is great. And let me tell you a couple of things that I love about it. In the fourth quarter, when they reset the score, it was like playing a game of 21. How many people have played 21? Everybody,
Every
right?
single person in the
So now that game has changed. That game is now 24 to pay homage to the late, great Kobe Bryant. That's basically what took place. So now it's a pickup game. See, it used to be an all-star game. Now it's a pickup game. And let me tell you the difference, all of you young people, and everybody that love analytics, grab your pen and paper. I want to teach you something.
Okay.
When you're in a pickup game, Jalen Jacoby, and you're the ultimate pickup analyst in the history of the world.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't care if Larry Bird got the ball. When the game gets close and it's late, what are people trying to do?
Foul him.
Basket or a foul.
Yeah, foul him.
Every time, right?
Of course.
Did you see people trying to spot up and shoot threes?
No.
They wouldn't shoot no threes.
Oh, and there's actual numbers to back this up. It's like, I wanted to show you some things that came out of that fourth quarter.
Okay, please do.
Take a look at this. This is what happened in the
a lot of layups and dunks into the fourth
game. Look at that field goal percentage. Went way down. Fouls went way up. Dunks. 48 dunks in the first three quarters. 3 dunks in the fourth quarter. And look at the fast break points. So, Jalen, those numbers just illustrate what you were saying.
Correct.
And people always say, we need to give them $10 million to the winner. There needs to be some sort of stakes.
No.
You know what? Back when they played when you were talking about in the 90s, in the 80s, it was a pride thing. It was like, we want to beat you. And there doesn't need to be stakes for there to be competitiveness. And I felt watching the game that both teams wanted to win just to win.
This was the first time I watched the modern-day All-Star Game and felt like players were now trying to grow the game. There were so many times as a youth and then playing in the league that we all took pride on showing up every night, trying to grow the game, taking pictures, signing autographs, trying to get the TV deal up, trying to get the contracts up, trying to get the guarantees up, trying to get the shoe money up. And then I felt like that kind of got dismissed in the era of low management and big-time salaries and popularity with social media. And so I'm glad you illustrated via the numbers what I saw via the eye test. And so let me break this down to you. When you're playing basketball and it's the best of the best, all of a sudden now people's weaknesses get exposed. So, of course, Kyle Lowrys was taking charges.
Yeah.
Because he was guarding Anthony Davis. Okay?
James Harden once,
He was guarding Kawhi Leonard. Okay, so what else is he
not
going to
block
do?
the shot.
That's what he does in the regular season, though.
Yes.
That's my point. His personality of play for his team, the Raptors, is what he was also doing in the All-Star Game. And when you're in a pickup game, it's basket or a foul. And when you have an Elam score, which, by the way, they got that from the Big Three. The Big Three and the basketball tournament on ESPN took it from them, and then the NBA adopted
score.
it. Yeah, the target score. So now here's what happens when you have a target score. You ready for this? The refs can officiate the score. And I love that too. So therefore, okay, you're up 2, they're down 4, but can't win the game. Close call against you, charge. I want to give them the ball.
Yeah.
Because I want to make this more interesting.
And let them do that. It's the AllStar Game. It's not the NBA Finals, but it felt like the NBA Finals. It was so much fun to watch it for all the reasons you said. And another thing is, like, they don't need stakes to be competitive. You and I are competitive people. We'll compete over anything.
But it was more stakes. There were correct. But
We'll compete over anything.
Let me give you some more stakes. When you have the charities sitting in the 100 section, rooting for these multimillionaires to get them $100,000 a quarter.
Yeah.
Take it from somebody that raises money for a living. That's a dynamic shift change. If you could get $400,000 or $500,000 in a night.
What's up? Thank you so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. Don't forget to download the ESPN app, and if you want more premium content, which you do, make sure that you subscribe to ESPN+. See you soon.